This video I'm going to talk about breaking it down and then putting it back together to get the goal that you have set aside accomplished. As we work with people and bring them to our place and introduce them to opening gates for the first time, or moving cattle, or out on the trail, an obstacle that's very new to them, and even working with them with some challenging things, oftentimes they have this goal and they go after it, and it's challenging, and they don't think about breaking it down into smaller pieces so that it can be really successful for them and their horses. And generally, in most of the things we're breaking down, it involves moving the hind and the front of the horse. So that's how this relates to the groundwork video. It's getting really good at moving your horse's hind and your front, and then also rewarding them for the little tries along the way. So I'm going to open a gate here for you, and I'm going to talk about moving the hind and moving the front, and if this were the first time that Mackenzie was opening a gate, how I might reward him so that I didn't push it too hard. Oftentimes when you open a gate, people will already have side passing and moving over, like I just moved there more the hind than the front, and here I move more the front than the hind. That's pretty easy for them out here in the open, but when they actually have to move a gate and move into the gate, that gets to be a bit more challenging. So you want the gate to be comfortable for the horse. So I'm going to ask him to leg yield over, or actually side pass over. And if this were his first time when he got here, I'd just pet on him. I just want him to stand comfortably next to this gate as I reach and move the gate if there's any noise associated with it, and just go ahead and pet on him. If I had any issues with moving the hind and the front, I would get those good before I would bring him up and ask him to do this. So this gate has a little bit of a ledge. I'm going to go ahead and ask him to take a step forward. And again, I'm going to ask him to wait on me here so he doesn't feel like there's any rush. I want him to stand here without me having to fix too much. There's always lots of little things to look at. So I'm going to pet on him. And when we open our gates, we like to be able to keep a hold of them. So if his hind was facing this way, which sometimes it needs to be depending upon the gate, he would have to back a half circle around this gate, which is also very good exercise. So he's moving a little bit, so I'm going to ask him to come forward and then pet on him again. Good. So I want to be able to open this gate towards him, step him away. So this is an easier side because the gate can actually support me in having him move his hind and his front away. Good. So if I were letting other people through the gate, I'd have him wait here. So this would be good time, since no one's here, to have him just sit and wait. Mackenzie likes to help open gates, so the thing I work on with him is just to have him let me do it. So it's good for him to sit and wait. So now I'm going to go ahead and have him bring his hind around a little bit and do it in such a way that I can keep my hand on this gate. And then I come a little forward, and here he's walking straight. Now I'm going to ask him to leg yield again away. So in this direction, I was able to have this gate move towards him both directions to help me move him if my leg was not effective. I'm going to back him up. So these are all good things that need to be going well. I probably could have my reins a little shorter. Going well to close the gate. Now here I am at a good spot to latch it, and I want him to wait on me here. So I'm going to ask him to wait. I want to be able to release my reins while I'm hanging on to this gate, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to latch it. I'm going to pet on him, and I want him to wait even now. I don't want him to rush off. So that was breaking it down into little pieces and not rushing him if he was new. I'm asking him to step forward. And it's important to be particular about these things. I'm done, and it's not necessarily important that he stay here, but I don't want him to walk off without me. So I'm just going to quickly open this gate the other way, and you're going to see now how he has to move a little forward so that he doesn't get his hind caught on that post, and now he has to leg yield, or side pass actually, over a little ledge there and towards the gate to get it open. And I'm holding it in such a way that it doesn't push against him, so that he knows that I'm moving it. But if that were uncomfortable for him, I'd want to take a step or two, stop and wait, and then ask him to leg yield again. So that's one way of breaking down opening up a gate, and you can apply that to anything that your horse is a little bit uncomfortable about. Make sure you get the hind moving well for your horse. Make sure you get the front moving well for your horse. Those are all really important things to have working well in any obstacle you would encounter. Working cattle, gates, on the trail. So I hope this video helps.